What's the good word, everyone? I'm Kenny Vaughn, the owner of SportsHaveBalls.com. Today we are looking at the Northwestern Wildcats over 4.5 wins, minus 120, under 4.5 wins, minus 110. This is one of those enigma teams for me because how can this team even look good? They went from one win 2 years ago to 2 months before the season, Fitzgerald getting out and David Braun being in, and they go on and win 8 games. Smoke and mirrors? I don't believe in smoke and mirrors. I believe in you make less mistakes, you can win that many games. They go 7-5, win a bowl game. Northwestern from 1 win to 8 wins. How does this happen? By making less mistakes. But as we look at this team, it's hard to be real high on this team, but let's look at it. So Brown is in his second year. Outstanding job. Amazing. They have a new offensive coordinator from the national champions. That's right. The South Dakota State national champs. Yeah, I know they beat our Grizz. Yes, they beat our Grizz, but their offensive coordinator is coming to Northwestern. Can only help. The quarterback, Mike Wright, is from Mississippi State. Can't throw. Very turnover prone. He's gotta have more ball security, but he's quicker than a hiccup, as they say. He is super fast. This is gonna be a run, ground and pound, run team because they have to be. The wide receivers not a factor, except for in terms of blocking. The running back, Cam Porter, has 334 carries. They're going to ride him. They have an experienced center, but overall, this offensive line, little bit is a concern, especially in depth. The defensive line is back intact, and I don't want to say they overachieved. They were better than people thought they would be. Because I don't want to say overachieved. They achieved what they worked for. So they were better than people thought. Losing 3 DBs definitely hurts in this, and the secondary goes from a strength to a weakness. But you know what can make them be somewhat of a strength again is that defensive line being intact. How they're going to score enough points to be a factor in all these games this year is the question that I have. I mean, they will look at their schedule where they avoid Oregon and Penn State, but this isn't a team that even plays Miami of Ohio or Duke, and you say, all right, there's a win. You can say winnable game, but you can still be an underdog in that game. So the head coach and making less mistakes with a turnover-prone quarterback. I mean, they could prove everyone wrong again because they just work harder than you and people take them lightly. So let's look at their schedule. They got Miami of Ohio, one of the better teams in the MAC, as we're starting to find out. Let's see how that goes. Duke comes in. At least they have three home games to start the season. Then Duke comes in. That's going to be tough. Duke. I mean, they're on the same level. Maybe Duke's probably a little more talented. Eastern Illinois used to be way back in the day a good FCS program, but they do not make the playoffs. I'm not going to say that shouldn't be a problem because I think everyone's going to be a problem for Northwestern. They go to Washington, which isn't going to be fun, and then they're off. Come back for Indiana, who I'm a little higher on with that offense. At Maryland, then home for Wisconsin. Then they go to Iowa and go to Purdue. So it's not monsters, but it's teams that seem to be a little bit better than Northwestern. After they're off, they go to Wrigley Field and get crushed by Ohio State. And then they go to Michigan, which is not going to, they're not going to do that. And then they have a Wrigley Field game with Illinois. More of a even type matchup. Can I find 5 wins on here? I really can't. But I couldn't last year either, and they won 8. So maybe this head coach puts them in the right positions all the time to have them be competitive and pull it out at the end. This is a team that tad bit afraid to go against and really don't want to bet on, because I can't see the reasons that they're going to be really competitive this year. But they went from 1 win to 8 wins with the, what's the word we're looking at? Non-smoothest transition, losing head coach a couple months before the season starts. Braun comes in there, does an outstanding job. They have a new offensive coordinator. Maybe they'll put things together. So the 4.5 wins, you guys can deal with that. But Northwestern, it feels like at the beginning of the year, right now, as a team we won't have many bets on. I mean, maybe unders, but yeah, we don't need to force things when you have so many teams in there. So that's our play on Northwestern. Some teams we have a lot that we like or don't like about them. Northwestern does not fall into that category for us here at SportsHaveBalls.com. So remember, go to SportsHaveBalls.com. Check out those 2 videos, very important, on money management and psychology. So when you win 57% with us, you will win money. We don't want people to have a winning record and then end up losing. So come join us. We have college football, NFL, separate packages or together. When you get them together, everything else is free. Baseball, basketball, everything until through the Super Bowl. We'll see you guys in the next video, and let's make money.